Happy Thursday. Here's what we're doing today in math. We're going to find the missing side of a compound rectangle. Remember, that's what we were working on Mondays and Tuesdays, a shape that we can divide into rectangles and squares so that we can use our area formula. And let's look at our first problem. All right, so this is a compound rectangle. We have a couple of options as far as where we want to split this into rectangles. We could go here, and then we need to look and see, do we have a base? Now the base would be this part of it, okay? Not the whole 5, because this 5 includes this part, and we don't want that. And then the height would be here, all right? Just as over here in red, we can see then our base of this one along with our height. All right, so that would be one way to cut it. We could cut it like that. In either case, we're going to need to find out what the lengths of x and y are. So let's start up here on x. And what we've been saying is we need to think about part plus part equals whole. This is a horizontal measurement, so we would need this 4. We don't know this, but we know this is 5. 4 plus this is 5. I can figure out that x is going to be 1. All right, and then once we go and we have that, we can do our base times our height, 1 times 9. So I'll call this rectangle 1. 1 times 9 equals 9. So we know that that long skinny one is 9, and I'm going to put in y ds. That's yards squared for that one. And then as I look at this next one, I'm still going to need to find this missing side. It's going to be part plus part equals whole. All right, so y plus 7 equals 9. Y has to equal 2. Write that in here. 2 times 4 would be my area of rectangle 2. And I'd get 8. And again, that's y ds. And then I'll take the 8 that I had from the rectangle I just did and the 9 that I have from over here and get my total. 8 and 9 makes 17. So y ds is my unit or my label. So 17 yards squared. This would not have been the only way to do this. If I erase here and I look at cutting it a different way, I would still need to find missing sides, right? I'd still need that base, have my height here, and I'd still need that height over here. So in this case, it really didn't matter which way you cut it, you still would have had to find those missing sides. A lot of times we'll get that when we're dealing with a figure that looks like an L. Maybe it's a backwards L or a regular looking L. But when you have that L shape, a lot of times it's not going to matter where you cut it. You're still going to need to find the missing side.